Errol Spence Jr. versus Manny Pacquiao is coming August 21st. Assuming everything goes good and nothing squirrely happens from now till then. Don't want to get into that. Pretty sure y'all know what I'm talking about. If you don't, use your imagination. Look what's been going on in boxing. Hint, hint, hint. But anyway, let's talk real quick about before I talk about it. I have Manny winning this fight, man, for some reason. And only reason I have Manny winning is because it's all depending on Errol. Put it like that. It depends on what he does different in this fight that can be a decision maker, man. Bottom line is Errol Spence cannot fight like he fought everybody else. He has to do some different things in this fight to pull it off. Doesn't mean he's gonna get knocked out by Manny. No, he can possibly lose this fight on the cards if he doesn't change some things about him. And I'll talk about it in a minute. But let's talk about Errol Spence's weaknesses and Manny Pacquiao's weaknesses. We're not going to talk about their strengths because we already know what their strengths are. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao's weaknesses, man. Manny Pacquiao's weaknesses, I see a few. One in particular, he loses his footing. Sometimes he loses his footing when he throws his punches because he's so short and his arms are short. And especially when he's trying to throw these flurries and he misses. If the boxer gets out of line, gets off the line, or the boxer weaves the punches, Manny's footing is all over the place, man. He'll lose his footing, off balance. And another thing that he does that's dangerous is he'll lunge in to punch, and then his hand won't be blocking his face. He's done that a few times. He's done that against Marquez, and that's how he got knocked out. He got countered by Marquez because Manny has his habit. He jumps in, and sometimes he doesn't. Not all the time, but sometimes he jumps in, and he doesn't. He not guarding his face. He'll lunge in like to do a jab or something, because he got to jump in to do his jabs. He's so short, and his arms are short. So especially, doesn't really matter if the fighter is taller than him or not, man. He got to lunge in because he's short. Luckily for Manny, he has them good legs. His legs are very strong. That's why his footwork is so crazy. You know what I mean? But those are the two things I see with Manny. It might be other ones other people might notice, but those two off the top are the ones that I notice. His footing when he's throwing his flurries or trying to jump in the punch, if he misses, he's off balance, and somebody can time that and put him out if they hit him in the right place or hurt him. And in the jumping in with his hands down, he just did that. He does that. Errol Spence, his weaknesses. There's something with him too. When he's throwing his body work, he just throws him. And sometimes he'll leave his guard down as well too. But the main thing that gets me about Errol Spence, man, is his combinations. He doesn't really throw combos like that, man. Not the way he should. Not the way he's supposed to, man. Like, he doesn't really 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You don't really see him throwing 1, 2, 3s, or you don't see him doing that many 1, 2s either. He's a 1, boom, 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 down to the body, or boom, and then he's out again. Boom, then he's out again. Boom, boom, and he's out again. No. Listen, you're going to have to step that up. You got to step that up against Manny, man. I know he slowed down a lot, 42 years old, but he's still a volume puncher. He's gonna have to step that work rate up, man. He's gonna step that work rate up. Even if he don't go in, if he stops him, okay, good. But let's say he can't stop him or whatever. He's gonna have to He's gonna have to do. You see what he was doing with Mikey Garcia with the regular punches, not the body work against the ropes type shit. I'm talking about middle of the ring or like, you know, close quarters. Nah, man, he gonna have to throw more than that. He gonna have to. It's not gonna work. Mikey Garcia is slower. Is way slower than Manny Pacquiao. Doesn't have the work rate like Manny Pacquiao. So if he don't want Pacquiao to outpoint him, he gonna have to step it up and match Manny Pacquiao's punch rate or exceed it. That's just something that's just how I feel, man. Something I see. It's just Manny with that lunging in without his hands up, without his guard up, and then lunging in when he's throwing punches and his footing gets off. He like topples over himself. I've seen him do that a few times, quite a bit. Errol Spence, he sometimes leaves his hands down when he shouldn't have them down. And the biggest thing is his damn punch rate, man. You know, it worked with a lot of fighters. But see, you know what's crazy about that though? His punch rate against Sean Porter, it was, you know, he was throwing against Porter. He was throwing, but it was like, okay, he stepped it up a little bit. He stepped it up a little bit against Porter, but Porter was still throwing, had a much more higher work rate than Errol Spence. But Errol pulled it off. I think that knockdown was the deciding factor in him winning that fight, man. I think if Errol Spence didn't get that knockdown on Porter, it probably would have been a draw. Probably been a draw, or maybe they would have probably leaned towards Porter. You know, but that's just my take on it, man. Those are the weaknesses, and I think I only see two weaknesses between these two guys. There might be more. I have to sit down and do some more, watch some more footage of these dudes. But if you guys see any other weaknesses in Manny Pacquiao or Errol Spence, drop the comment. Let me know what you see. And I'm off this, man. Peace.